Hi everyone, welcome back to your girl's channel. I have missed you guys. I'm sorry, I've been MIA. Last month when I did my last video, I was telling you guys how October is a really important month for me, and how many tutorials and videos I wanted to do for you guys. I had a lot of causes and themes and all kinds of stuff. Starting with, this was my son's birthday this month. We just had his birthday on Monday, a beautiful party that I'll be uploading as soon as I can. He's autistic, of course, so it was his 21st birthday, and he doesn't celebrate it as a normal 21-year-old. We have to adapt to his age emotionally, even though he has that genius side and he's verbal now. The autism is still very, very present. So we have to do what he loves, what he likes, what he's into, and we love it. We support it. And so you'll see, wow, that's not a normal 21-year-old's birthday. And that's why you've heard me say this over and over again. I've talked about my son from the beginning, who I love and adore. Yeah, I'll get into that when I do that video. But also this month is Breast Cancer and Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which are two causes very dear to me. I haven't had anybody in my family that's gone through breast cancer, has passed away. Thank you, God, and I hope it never happens. But I've had friends, and I've had my godmother that did pass away. One of my godmothers, because I had two. One of them passed away from breast cancer, and I miss her dearly. And a lot of dear friends. And so it's a cause that is very near and dear to me, and I want to honor it and be a part of it as much as I can. The other one is Domestic Violence Awareness this month, which is really near and dear to me because I'm a huge domestic violence survivor. I suffered a lot, even being provoked to a stroke and a mild cardiac arrest because of it. Just physically, mentally, and emotionally very abused. Not in this relationship. I've been married to my husband for 28 years, and that's not him. I love him, and we're very happy, and we have 3 wonderful children together. It was with the ex relationship. So, yeah, and we were together. We were married for 3 years, and 3 years felt like 30. So, it's a cause that I'm very blessed and very thankful to have survived, to be here to tell my story, and to be here to support and honor women who are going through it, who have gone through it, who survived, who didn't survive, unfortunately and sadly. But it's a cause that's near and dear to my heart, and we need to bring the awareness up to the forefront because people team with so much going on in the world and so many other causes and illnesses and things going on. We cannot forget domestic violence. It's happens every day, all day, and it's been happening for years. And the more we bring the awareness, the more people will be informed, especially the people that are going through it or have gone through it. And so that color, the color of domestic violence awareness, is purple, which happens to be my favorite color. Well, pink and purple, but purple is one of my favorite colors. So I go full force the month of October. I changed my profile picture on my Facebook page, my cover photo on my Facebook page. I dress a lot in purple. I do a lot to honor domestic violence awareness, especially because I went through it. I know what it feels like. And like I said, I'm very thankful and blessed to have survived it. And also breast cancer, like I said. Also this month is National Anti-Bullying, National Month Against Bullying. There was one specific day I thought it was the 21st, but it's actually, I think they changed it to the 19th or 20th. I'll get that information correct. My children, all 3 went through bullying, especially my youngest. It was to the point where she contemplated and thought of suicide like 4 or 5 times. I had to fight the school. I had to just leave my job. And it's very difficult for me because I've said this before. I'm from Oakland, California. And if you know anything about Oakland or LA, it is a very dangerous and rough city to live in. It's beautiful. I love my hometown. It'll forever be in my heart. You can never take Oakland out of me. I am so proud to be from Oakland. But it is a dangerous place to live, especially as the time goes by. But we're the type of people that if you come for us, you're going to find us. and we're going to bring you down. And we don't take shit from anybody. We have that ghetto gangster mentality. And, and it's because it's a rough life. So we have to protect and defend ourselves. We have to gain respect and protection for ourselves. And so we have that mentality. Even though I lived a very beautiful and happy childhood, and my father had a lot of money, my parents had a lot of money, and we never needed for anything. And we went to we all went to college, and we all had anything that we wanted for. I never saw my mother cry for how she was going to pay a bill, or we didn't have a place to stay. None of that. My parents had a lot of money, and we lived a really great life, but we were still in Oakland, and I went to probably one of the worst schools in Oakland, but I have wonderful memories as well. But you still have to have that, not be scared of anybody, don't take shit from anybody. Like I said, that gangster ghetto mentality. Of course, I'm mature. I have a heart of gold. I have a huge heart. And there's nothing I wouldn't do for a family member, a friend. I would take the shirt off my back. I will give you my last meal. I'm that kind of person. I have the most wonderful, sweetest heart you could ever ask for. And so I have that side of me. I have that classy side of me. I have that mature side of me, that elegant side of me. But I still have my roots where it's like, don't you come for me, because I'm going to break you down. And I don't care, what the consequences are. And so it was hard for my children because they weren't born in Oakland. One of my daughters was born in San Leandro, one in Castro Valley, stuff like that. But my last two children were born here in a small hometown that we live in, where there's, everywhere there's good and bad. But this town that we live in was rated the number one safest city to live in the state, and the number 6 in the country. It's a very small town, but it's beautiful. It's more peaceful. And so my children weren't raised with that mentality, even though they've seen it in me, and they know that their mother would always have their back. And if I have to go to jail, if I have to die for them, that's what's going to happen. And so, of course, nobody wants that, but if I have to do it, that's how it goes. But and so it was hard for me to teach them how to fight back and stand up and speak back and fight back, because they weren't raised like that. They were raised in a peaceful family, in a peaceful town, and they don't like confrontation. And it was hard for me to change their mentality and their attitude and say, this is how you're going to stop it. But I've had to fight the schools. I went to the principal, and I had the principal tell me, well, if she needs to either run or take it. And I said, over my dead body, will my daughter ever take it? I said, and neither will she run. I said, she tried to report it and do the right thing, and you guys did nothing. I said, and that's why these teenagers commit suicide, because the very people that are supposed to protect them is the very people that let them down. I said, people like you, you're disgusting. I said, I'm going to tell you now, my daughter will not run, and she will not take it. I said, for you to say that, you're garbage. And she said, well, she'll just go to jail. I said, for fighting back and protecting herself, I said, I'll go to jail with her. And when I'll get out, I'll sue the fuck out of you. I said, how about that? I said, so I was on, in tune, making sure I took her to school and picked her up, so that would avoid anybody hurting her without me being there, so that they would know, hey, she has a mother that's got her back, and you better watch out. And I was trying to do everything possible to keep her safe. But during school, she still had to suffer a lot. She had the suicide. I woke up one day on Facebook and read what was a suicide note, and I ran to her room, and it felt like miles to get to her room. Thought I was going to find her hanging. It was I cried a lot about this. I had a lot of anger about this. Anger because I know what I would be capable of doing. And they better not even think of me having to get involved, because we tried to do the right steps and it didn't work. So I said, okay, don't let me get involved. Don't let me have to take my step, because it won't be good. But the thing is that she survived, but it was a really hard impact on the family, on her especially. She graduated. She's going to college now. She's happy. She's out of that atmosphere. She's in a relationship with a wonderful young man. So everything is good, but that is a cause. It has to be near and dear to me. And then my other two kids went to it, just not as severe. My son being autistic, because of that, he was bullied, and my other daughter. But I kept them strong and got them through it. And, you know, they're just doing so well, you know, but it's still a cause that has to be near and dear to me. So I wear orange a couple of times a month to support that. That's the color of anti-bullying. And so, yeah, so there was a lot happening this month. It's like crazy. So I had promised or said that I would do a lot of tutorials honoring breast cancer, domestic violence, bullying, all this stuff. And I end up getting this horrific viral infection. It started off as a cold. I said, oh my God, I'm getting a cold. And then it went to my eyes and it was like a pink eye. And then the pink eye drops weren't helping. And then it got to my throat and I thought, what the heck is going on? Went to the doctor, ended up being a very horrible viral infection that starts off as a cold, affects your eyes and your throat. My eyes were red, itchy, swollen, pus every night, every day. When I woke up, I had to do hot compresses to open my eyes, and it went on for like 2 weeks. And then my throat, it wasn't like a normal sore throat. It was like somebody punched me in my throat and it was hard to swallow, hard to sleep. And then it was just very bad. The makeup that I wore that day, just to be on the safe side, I had to throw it away. And it was brand new makeup, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I have sanitized anything that I even thought I had touched. And I just wasn't able to do any tutorials or videos because I needed to allow myself to rest, heal, and cure. So if that makes any sense. And so, I'm back to normal, and so we're already at the 26th day of October, so I missed almost the entire month of October where I could have really did so much videos and tutorials honoring all these causes, but it's never too late. We still got, 5 more days of this month, so I got to go full force doing 1 to 2 videos a day to try to catch up. So today's video is going to be honoring breast cancer, and I'm going to do 2 videos. This video will be a simple way of honoring breast cancer. The next video that I do on breast cancer will be full force from head to toe, really honoring breast cancer and everything that I do and where the proceeds will go to the breast cancer awareness. And so this is just a simple way. The color of breast cancer, of course, is pink because it happens in women's breast. And it's another one of my favorite colors. It's crazy. So I don't want to try to talk too much, but I had to explain where I've been or what's going on, what happened to all those videos I said I was going to do and stuff. So what I did today is, this is a bandana that I bought. I love wearing bandanas whenever I get a chance. It's black on the other side and it's pink. So I've got pink and black going on today. You know me, queen of color coordination, just have to do that. And so I just wore my hair naturally curly down, and then my shirt is black and pink. The wording has nothing to do with breast cancer. But it's the colors that I was going for. Like I said, this is a simple tutorial honoring breast cancer awareness. This is a shirt I got from my daughter that says, don't be jealous just because I look this good at 50, because I turned 50 this year. But it had the colors that I needed to honor breast cancer. I wore my pink earrings, and I have my pink and black watch, which you have pink in there, and even some purple for breast cancer. So have to be color coordinated, but it has to have the color pink to honor breast cancer awareness. I already prepped my face. I have my foundation, my powder, my eyebrows are done, my concealer is done. So the rest I'm going to do, and pretty much this is going to be easy. All you have to do is get any pink eyeshadow that you have, whether it's light, medium, or dark, just as long as it's pink. Pink lipstick, a pink blush. Just try to use as much pink as you can. You can do any style you want, just as long as there's a lot of pink incorporated in whatever you do. And so that's what we're going to go for. We're just going to go, it's going to kind of be a cut crease, a simple cut crease using 2 shades of pink. The palette that I'm going to be using today for my eyeshadow is going to be this palette that I ordered from Amazon. It has all matte colors. I'm not a fond of matte colors. I do have them, of course, so when I need them, I have them. But I'm going to go in between these 2 colors right here. These shadows are very pigmented. It doesn't even have a brand. It's just a simple low-end palette, but I just love the colors, and I wanted a matte palette, so when I wanted to use a color, I could. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to put my base eyeshadow, which is normally an off-white to a beige type of color. So I'm going to start with that. And I'm just going to use this Icon palette. right here, and I'm going to use this color right here. The name of that color is Kuazite, Kuazite, Kuazite. So I'm going to use that color as the base for my overall base on my eyes. So I'm going to start right under the eyebrow area and just following the curve of the eyebrow. Hopefully you can see. And then just going all over the eye, starting from the inner corner to the lid, to the outer corner of the eye, covering the whole base from under the eyebrow bone to the lid, going back through it in the crease area, making sure it's just completely covered. And that'll be my base. And then I'm going to go to the other eye and do the same. So try to get as close as you can to under the eyebrow curve. Go to that inner corner, towards the lid, up towards the crease, and go back over any spots that you feel you didn't get in the area that you were working in, and to the outer corner of the eye. This is like a nude beige color that I'm doing. And then I'll go back over here just to make sure it's nice and covered. And then I'll just go with my finger and just kind of blend it out just to make sure. So that's my base. So the color, the transitioning color that I'm going to use is going to be this light color here. And then I'm just going to use it towards the top of the crease. You can see it has some fallout, so beware. I'm just kind of going towards the eyebrow, under the eyebrow, but not too high. So I want to keep my base there. Slightly in the crease, but not too heavy on the crease. Remember, it's a transitioning color. So I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. I'm going to have to tap it because it has fallout. So again, going up towards under the eyebrow, but not too close. Going towards the inner corner of the eye, in the crease, but light on the crease. Not too heavy because, again, it's a transitioning color towards the outer part. But in that area. So then I'm going to take this darker pink right here, and I'm going to go straight directly to the crease. So, like I said, I'm going to take that bottom color. These have no names on it, so it's kind of like a fuchsia. But what I'm going to do to make, I'm going to try to do it on the regular just to see how it works because it's very pigmented. So I'm going to go directly in the crease and just keep myself in that crease area. Then I'm going to do on the other side, again staying in that crease, going back and forth from the inner corner of the eye to the outer corner of the eye. Trying to go slightly upward so I make sure that whole crease is covered and it's just not a thin line or a simple line there. I'm going to go over the other eye again. Going a little bit up, but not too much. Just making sure that's covered. So I hope you guys can see that. And back on the other eye. You can see the powder in the air. It looks like it has a lot of fallout, but it really doesn't. I haven't seen. I can just see it in the air as I'm going back and forth. So that's my crease color. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another simple palette. It's called the Twinkle Twinkle by Profussion. And I'm going to use this pink in here just to give it a difference. If I could get this open. And what I'm going to do on that one is I'm going to spray it with my Makeup Mist and Set to make sure the color comes on a little bit stronger. You could use your Fix Plus or whatever you use to intensify your eyeshadow. Just makes it a little bit more intensified, especially if you don't think there'll be a lot of pigmentation. So I'm going to use this directly on the lid. So I'm going to go right under here. So I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little lighter than the crease, but it's very much pink. And just going across again from the inner corner of the eye to the end. And then where I'm going to go is up towards the inner corner of the eye. And just do upward strokes. So it's going towards the inner corner of the crease as well. So I'm going to do the same to the other eye. I'm going to try to get a little closer to the camera so you can see. And back and forth strokes. A little bit more of the mist and set. So you can really see the colors. I get closer to the camera. So you can see the transition color, the crease color, and the lid color. And we're going to go to the inner corner and do upward strokes towards the crease area. Give it a contrast there. And I just love it. And then I'm going to take my blending where I had the base color, which was the from the Icon palette, which was the Kuazite. I'm going to go back in there and just blend the transition color to the base color, so it's not a harsh line. And there's not much to do, just go right on the line of the crease towards the upper eyebrow area. So pretty simple. And then I'm going to try to use a little bit of glitter, which is feminine ruchy. It's just some glitters that I ordered from Amazon that were really pretty. So I'm going to take that same brush that I used to do the Twinkle Twinkle Profussion palette for the lid. I'm going to just use that. Put a little bit more of mist and set just to grip onto the glitter. And then I'm going to try to put it on the lid. Hopefully there's not that much fallout. There is a little fallout. Just give it the shiny, shimmery effect. So these are going to be pats on your eyelid. You're not going to stroke back and forth like you do with your normal eyeshadow, because you want it to stay and not take from the eyeshadow that you already put on. So you want to do pats. So I'm going to grab a little bit more. Put pats right there, the inner corner of the eye towards the center. And then I'm going to do the same to the other side. On the lid area only. Just want to give it a little shine. It's kind of like a dark pink is what this glitter is. This is a very simple tutorial, but a very nice one to honor breast cancer. Pats again all over that lid from the inner corner to the outer corner of the lid. And then, let's see if I could see my mirror, because it's hard to see in the camera if everything is going good, but I want you guys to see. Oh, yes. Nice, nice, nice. So I'm going to do this inner corner again just to give a little bit more. It just looks a little slightly different. Yeah, that came out really, really good. Oh, the brush fell out of my... So again, I'm going to go with the blending, because I see I need to blend a little bit more here where I did the upward strokes towards the crease. And I'm going to use that same, I'm looking for it, it's right in my hand. That same blending color, the Kuazite from the Icon palette. and just blending, doing the same upward strokes. And then if you ever go, like, if you feel like it went too much in, you can ever get a Q-tip and just, you know, wipe it away a little bit, going towards the same crease. Just if you feel, it was good, but you know, me, I have to be like a perfectionist. So, you know, just touch it up, clean it up. So, and what I do, because there was some fallout there, I'm just going to go with my foundation sponge that I use to put on my foundation. And I'm going to take, first I'm going to take it and wipe it off. Just kind of get that, any fallout that may be there. And then what I always do is touch it up with a couple of dots of concealer just to make sure that we're all good. Make sure that under eye is back to its perfect state or normal state that we intended it to be. Okay, so like I said, we're doing a simple honoring breast cancer. So I'm going to use, even though this is not pink, this is eyeliner. It's a black eyeliner, just because of the fact that it has pink on the packaging, on the tubing. That's another way that I honor breast cancer. Just like the perfume I wore today is called Pink Ice. So I wanted to do everything that either was the color pink or had the name pink or in some way was referring to pink. Weird, but that's me. So, and it's the color pink as well. So I'm just going to do this in my waterline. On the other eye. Then I'm going to do, is this it? My eyeliner, it's a pen eyeliner that I love so much. So I'm going to do that under my eye. I kind of went in my waterline pencil under my eye. So let me just clean that up. These are going to happen. And this is what's saying, like I said, I don't have an editing program that I'm really into right now. So what you see is what you get. This is raw footage. If there's anything I don't like, I have to start all over. So there's going to be mistakes. And that's what we need to show, when we make mistakes and how we can correct them to teach people. So this is going to be under my eyes. I have to use the mirror. Sorry. But you can see me do it at the same time. I'm not doing a wing line or anything like that. So I'm just going from corner to corner. Then when I get to that corner, I keep patting that corner because I'm going to go back the other way. When I get to that corner, I go pat it a little bit heavier. And then I start back that corner. So it's pretty much like this. And I'm going to do the other side. Hopefully you can see me. And I always start from the outer corner. And then pat it heavy in the inner corner and go back the other way. And the same again on the outer corner. So it's a normal eyeline. Tomorrow, which I'm going to do my next video where I go full force for breast cancer, I'm going to do a wing line with that one. So then for mascara, I'm going to use two, the Lashoholic by Hard Candy. And then my time is running out. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera and then I'll be back. Okay, so I already did my eyelashes, and if you want to know what I used the Lashoholic by Hard Candy. Hard Candy, Lashoholic. And I used the Rimmel Glam Eyes, which has length and volume, day 2, night. I just got it. I'm liking it. It doesn't make my lashes long in volume like it says, but I like the way it feels, so it's pretty good. So that's what I did for my eyelashes. So let me see if you can see them. So anyway, now I'm going to do the blush, and I'm just going to use my Beauty Treats Cream Blush Palette, and I'm going to choose Actually, I wasn't thinking of using the cream one. I actually wanted the powder one. So I'm going to go in here and since it's creamy, I'm just going to wipe my hand. I'm going to use this color right here. And just put it where my cheekbones are. And go upward. Same over here. I prefer powder blush, but every now and then the creamy blush does work for me, so I like to have it just in case. So it's just kind of making my cheeks a little rosy, which is what we want. We don't want too harsh of a pink on the cheeks. And what I normally do is I do this like second phase, so I know I'm getting the cheekbones. And then I'll just take my normal blush brush and just kind of go around it so it's kind of blended. So I don't know if you can see that. Rosy cheeks. Okay, so now last but not least, my lipstick. I'm not using a lip liner right now. I'm just going to use my Femmne Kleancolor lipstick. I bought these on Amazon and they're amazing. I need to get more. They come in a 12 set and it has the boldest, so just see, the boldest colors you can think of. And so I did a video on that, a swatch video on that a while back. So if you want to check that out, go and check it out. So I'm using the pink one. I'm going to run out of time, so I got to hurry up. 10 strokes on the bottom. Remember my OCD? 5 on the top. And then I just go back and forth with my lips. That's just a beautiful pink to match my eyeshadow. I love it. For a lip gloss, I'm going to use the Millani Lip Color Intense, which is this one right here. It's a number 303 Fiery Coral. So that's the color right there. And I'm just going to put it on top. My time is running out. Oh my God. Has a shine and a top coat. Kind of like how you do your nails. Rub my lips together. So that is the completed look. I really hope you enjoyed this. This is honoring breast cancer. Look forward to my next video, which will be full force breast cancer. And then I'll get into the domestic violence and the bullying and all the rest of the stuff. Not going to promise. Definitely going to try. Definitely keep my word, even if I have to catch up. So pink bandana, pink eyeshadow, pink lipstick, pink blush, my pink earrings, my shirt pink and black, my watch pink and black, pink ice perfume. What else can I say? Please, please give to whatever you can, whether it's Avon. Try to support breast cancer, whether you have someone that you know, family or friend that's passed away or not. It's just a cause that we need to honor and support. So do it by just simply wearing pink as much as you can or supporting